this is the balcony in Chiang Mai. No view, absolutely no view, but what I think is a really good location. So anyways, here is the setup. I have been wanting to practice the Schulte Table for a while and figured now would be a perfect time. I initially became familiar with this exercise from watching Vasyl Lomachenko do it about a year ago. Now, if you're not familiar with Lomachenko, he is a two-time Olympic gold medalist with something like 396 amateur fights. He won them all. He has just one loss. And I believe he avenged that loss twice. The person that beat him, he came back and beat that guy twice just to make sure, or I guess just to prove his point that he is the better fighter. Anyways, currently Lomachenko is the junior lightweight champion, and he has a professional record of, I believe, 8-1. His only loss was against Orlando Salido, and I could get into the details about that. Basically, Lomachenko's first professional fight was a title fight, and Salido did not make weight, so he's fighting a heavier guy. And also, Salido continually hit him in the balls, hit him in the groin. And like I said, this was Lomo's first professional fight, so he never complained to the ref. And the ref never gave Orlando Salido a warning, so he continued to do it. It's just a weird fight. And ever since that loss, Lomachenko's been trying to get a rematch just to prove that he is the better fighter. So I'm sure sooner or later he'll get that opportunity. Anyways, when you see Lomachenko fight, he's clearly levels above his opponents. Every opponent he faces, he's just on this different level. I mean, he's appropriately named. His nickname is the Matrix, so obviously that applies. When I saw Lomo working on the Schultze table, I really took notice. I mean, this guy does all types of exercises that I never see other boxers doing. I mean, he juggles, handstands, hand push-ups. But this mental exercise was what seemed the most interesting to me. Unfortunately, for the most part, Lomachenko speaks Ukrainian, so I obviously don't understand what he's saying, but nevertheless, he's a fascinating guy. Anyways, I'm in this beautiful city of Chiang Mai, Thailand. You know, in the title I said non-digital cognitive enhancement. Just as kind of a joke, as many people know, Chiang Mai is a city that caters to digital nomads. There are these amazing co-working spaces and coffee houses, you know, from Starbucks to these little mom and pop shops. All of them have probably, I think, some of the best Wi-Fi, at least in Thailand, that I've found. So it's just kind of a joke, man. But there are Schulte Table apps you can get, or exercises that you can get on your, on your computer or cell phone. And these honestly are pretty difficult, but I found just in the short time that I've been doing this that practicing it non-digitally is much more challenging. However, using the apps is difficult and most likely beneficial. So what is the purpose of this exercise? Practicing the Schultz exercise will increase your peripheral vision. It's similar to looking straight forward and slowly moving your hands until you can see them. I believe this technique or that technique is called the hakalu, but I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Now, when I first saw this exercise, it reminded me of an interview I heard from football great Marcus Allen, who said that when he was gridlocked in the terrible Los Angeles traffic, he would look straight forward at the license plate on the car in front of him and then focus on seeing the cars on both sides of him, in an attempt to increase his peripheral vision. And you can imagine why. I mean, when you have 250-pound linebackers trying to take your head off, you want every advantage you can get. So in any event, Practicing the Schulte Table, in addition to increasing your peripheral vision, it also is believed to increase your attention, your visual perception, enhance the speed of your brain's perception, and increase both your vertical and horizontal expansion of vision, increase the speed of your comprehension and assimilation of new information. And what I kind of wanted to try it for was it increases the rate at which you can read. So obviously you can see why professional athletes would want to increase their peripheral vision. Many times it looks like Lomo knows his opponent's punches are coming before his opponents do. But this exercise is beneficial to everyone, not just athletes, as it is supposed to broaden your awareness and can also be used as a calming technique to relax and open your subconscious. So how do you do this exercise? Basically, you get a large sheet of paper. If you're in Chiang Mai, go to the third floor of the Maya Mall, where you can get large pieces of paper for I think like 15 or 17 baht, really cheap. Then you make a 5x5 table with 25 cells. You randomly put a number in each cell from 1 to 25. Now I messed up and I made the table into a rectangle, which makes it much more difficult to see the top numbers. So anyways, make sure the tables are squares. And once you have the numbers in the cells, you can put the table on the wall. And then you focus on the middle square and you locate the numbers in ascending order from 1 to 25. The key part is not to move your eyes. Just focus on the middle square and use your peripheral vision to locate the other numbers. Now, trust me, just seeing the numbers is difficult enough, let alone being able to identify them in ascending order. Now, as a side note, Lomo is somehow able to perform this task with the numbers upside down, which is even more mind-boggling. I mean, you'll understand if you actually try this exercise. Just locating the numbers at the beginning seems to be a challenge in itself. At first, I needed to stand far away from the table just to take everything in. I honestly couldn't see all the numbers. When I got close enough to tap the chart, to go to 1 to 25 in ascending order. The goal, I believe, is to locate one number per second. So basically being able to complete the table in 25 seconds. And this is me trying to do the table, and it is on full speed. I speeded it up because I am very slow, plus it'd be boring watching me do it. I'm nowhere near the 1 square per second. Now, I know what you're thinking, that once you memorize where the numbers are, you'll only get a few uses out of the sheets. But for the most part, like I said in the beginning, identifying the numbers is a challenge in itself. However, if you are able to identify the numbers, you can try locating them in reverse order, going from 25 to 1. Or if you're really that good, you can turn it upside down, like we see Lomachenko is able to do. Now, another thing that Lomo does that I believe makes this exercise more difficult, that once he completes the chart, he then stacks these blocks, and I believe he uses the same strategy of just looking between the blocks and using his peripheral vision to actually stack them. Then after he stacks the blocks, he turns around and does another chart from 1 to 25, all while working against a clock, continuously trying to improve his time. I could not find these blocks in Chiang Mai, so I would have liked to try it, but I just couldn't find the blocks. Anyways, I just started using the system and now realize how difficult it is. So don't get me wrong, the app on your smartphones or laptops also, I've just tried a couple times, seems to be very difficult. But you might want to try it old school, the analog way, and just get a large piece of paper and tape it to the wall, and obviously use uh, painter's tape so you don't ruin the walls that you're renting. But anyways, just my thoughts. If anyone has actually tried this or has advice, definitely let me know. Always trying to find new things out. Thanks for watching. You guys take care and have a great day.